Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
BoxingVoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just
the body punches? I was hitting him with body punches, and I heard him actually he was crying in there.
You're saying that
BoxingVoice.com.
Gibbs was crying when you hit him?
Yes.
When did that happen?
And perhaps the fourth round on.
BoxingVoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time.
Absolutely, but I knew he was tough and he was taking those punches.
DiBiase Productions.
Making women gestures like, oh.
Let's go, champ.
It's the champ. Hashtag TBV podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with another breaking news edition of the Boxing Voice. And this time around on the rumor mill, I'm going to be joined alongside, obviously, my co-host from the Golden State, Matthew the Hipster Hunter. And we're going to be discussing Luis Ortiz breaking the internet and signing a deal with Al Haymon. Remember, this means that so many things are possible. I mean, heavyweights, he could mix it up with just so many names. Washington, Gerald Washington, Dominic Brazil, Travis Kaufman, Chris Arreola, that guy Izu. I mean, Arthur Spielka, the names go on and on. And for those that were a fan of Luis Ortiz, the icing or the cherry on top will be one Deontay Wilder is what I feel should be inevitable. Let's head on out to that Golden State and talk to none other than our resident hipster.
DiBiase Productions.
This is a beautiful performance against a very tough guy in Michael Johnson. How do you feel about it?
Fuck that. Conor McGregor.
BoxingVoice.com.
You know me, Larry. From a wicked entrance, from a flip over the rock into a knockout. When the main thing is, I just help the guy. I wish.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yes, I am here. And for all those that are questioning, how can this happen? Isn't Luis Ortiz with Eddie Hearn? Well, if you did not know, there was no promotional contract with Matchroom Sports. It was a per-fight deal. From Luis Ortiz's own manager, he said that according to boxingscene.com. So that's how this is possible. And like Ness said, the big fight out there now for Ortiz is Deontay Wilder. And I think that is the fight to make next. And if it doesn't happen next, we need to start asking some hard questions.
Well, let's give out some facts, right? One, since my good co-host kind of insinuated something like, oh, if it doesn't happen, we need to ask hard questions, as if
I'm not insinuating that to Wilder.
As if to say somehow Wilder, Luis Ortiz will not be made. So let's just go through the details and the facts. Details are Boxing Scene, not the Boxing Voice. Boxing Scene has been informed that Luis Ortiz has come to an agreement with Al Haymon. Matt is correct. His previous, contract or negotiation, which had him on the tips of our tongues a little more, was due to Eddie Hearn and the fight-by-fight deal that Eddie Hearn had gotten him. Last time we seen him on HBO was in the DC Armory. I was live at that fight. He was fighting Tony Thompson in that bout where I believe he scored a knockout, right, Matt?
Ooh, I can check, but I thought I went to decision.
That would suck. I doubt it. Let's hope that I'm wrong. Right. So then he fought in Monaco. He fought on the Anthony Joshua, Eric Molina undercard in Manchester, where he stopped David Allen. But that's the fight where he started to look a little more ordinary.
You were right. It was a knockout, by the way.
And what we have to discuss is, I know
don't forget the Malik Scott fight in Monaco. That was the most horrendous one to me. The David Allen one wasn't as much because it was like a month after or 2 months after that Malik Scott fight. It was a quick turnaround. But that Malik Scott fight was horrendous. He should have took him out of there, and that went to decision. That was the fight. That was awful.
So now, I know some people are scratching their heads and they're like, yo, but Eddie Hearn kept him active. He had the possibility of a Joshua fight because he's also the WBA mandatory for the winner of Anthony Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko, which that fight is taking place April 29th. And another fact detail is that there is also a mandatory IBF challenger to the winner of those belts who must face Kubrat Pulev. So now I'm saying there's got to be people scratching their head like, why not just stay with Eddie Hearn? You're already dealing with him fight to fight. You got Joshua. He has Joshua. You're the mandatory. Matt, why did he jump ship? Why is he with Al Haymon?
Well, it's one of those things where it's not necessarily jumping ship. This could be almost like a James DeGale scenario. And maybe not James DeGale right now because James DeGale and Eddie Hearn are more estranged, to use a lack of a better word. But there was a time where James DeGale was sort of with Al Haymon and Eddie Hearn, and it was sort of a co-promotion sort of thing going on there, even though Al Haymon's not a promoter. So I can see it maybe being that. I could see maybe Luis Ortiz getting a fight on the Anthony Joshua, Vladimir Klitschko fight against some jobber or something like that. I could see that still. I could still see him fighting Dylan White because that's what Eddie Hearn wanted originally. There's a lot of things I could see with Luis Ortiz still that isn't necessarily Wilder. But it is definitely a move in the other direction.
You're skipping my question is why, if you already have this this blueprint laid out, the WBA already mandated you to fight the winner of that fight. You're already doing good business, 3 fights or 2 fights with that promoter of that A side who possibly should win the fight. Why upset the apple cart? Why go to Al Haymon?
And I'm saying it's not necessarily upsetting the apple cart. It could be just creating the most options available. Because think of it, now he's aligned with the Wilder fight because he has the same advisor as Wilder. And he's also aligned to the winner of Vladimir Klitschko, Anthony Joshua, because he's the mandatory to that fight. So I think this is just him spreading all of his potential chess pieces and going, I want to get the biggest fight possible next. That's what I see from Luis Ortiz.
I hear you. Cue in my theory music here. I have a hypothetical. I don't know if things are as peachy cream as you suggest. I think that if he had a good relationship with one Eddie Hearn, which we would assume because of these multiple fights that he was getting, he would stay there. But I feel maybe he's under the impression that Eddie would steer away Anthony Joshua. Now, I know people are going to say, but Ness, please, if he beats Vladimir Klitschko, why would Eddie Hearns be afraid to put him in there with Luis Ortiz? Look, that's not my question. This is obviously something that could be possibly going through the mind of Luis Ortiz, right? Do you feel like maybe he feels, yeah, they're making it impossible for me to get Luis Ortiz versus Anthony Joshua? Maybe I need to go to Al Haymon to make sure that that mandatory is there. Because remember, I'm on a fight-by-fight basis with Eddie Hearns. Come purse bid, because this is a mandatory, but Joshua has to be forced to do this fight, right? So let's say, he gets bullied in the negotiations because he's technically with Dade Promotions. Technically, he's with Dade's Promotions.
Who the fuck is that guy?
You know what I'm saying? So maybe he felt like, yo, let me get someone with some big bucks behind me in case push comes to shove. Eddie Hearn and Joshua win the fight with Klitschko, but he looks vulnerable. He doesn't look as great as the world thinks. And Luis Ortiz is knocking that door. I want my opportunity. And Eddie's like, well, you know what? I don't think I need to put my golden boy in there with another tough fight. Hey, let's steer you away. I don't know. This is just me being a fucking conspiracy theorist, though, to be honest. I mean, do you think any of this could be, some sort of whispers chattering around there in the big house? And I'm using air quotes. The big
I think it's definitely a possibility. I mean, when it comes to the happenings behind the scenes in boxing, we never really know what's going on. And I do believe that when we have a situation with guys like Al Haymon, Eddie Hearn, big players on the scene, it could be tons of things going on. And plus you have fighters of the level of Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua at play as well. and they are, in my opinion, the two biggest potential stars in the making at heavyweight in the heavyweight division. But in your scenario, Luis Ortiz is not angling for a fight with Wilder, right? He's angling to get a power broker of Al Haymon in his backing for him to get the Anthony Joshua fight.
Tell me, what's the bigger fight? Honestly speaking, like, see, this is where
you're 100% right. It will be the winner of that fight.
It would be Joshua. Okay, Charles Martin got a retirement package. Everybody is seeking that. Even Wilder's calling out Joshua because he is the cash cow. So Luis Ortiz.
But what if Klitschko beats Joshua?
Same thing though, right? Klitschko's always paid his fighters well.
Okay.
And then he does 60,000 in Germany, right? I mean, and beating the young Joshua, he would be like a resurgence of his career. Listen, if you're watching this on YouTube, do me and Matt a favor and let us know that you like it by hitting that thumbs up button. Really helps us with the appreciation, you know, lets us know that you do appreciate. Plus, it helps with the visibility of the show. But that was just my theory. You know, best case scenario, the Deontay Wilder fight happens. Wilder doesn't have anything lined up except for this quote-unquote mandatory with Bermane Stavern, which no one knows how he earned that spot. In the meantime, though, we did say the names that Luis Ortiz, now with his pact with Al Haymon, who he could face. Arthur Spielka's there, Ariola's there, Izu. You know, I don't know how to pronounce the last name. Let me see if I could get Ogono, because you know I like his fight. I want to see him back as soon as possible. I mean, he lost in knockout loss, so he's going to need 90. So Lewis can't fight him. Plus, we would say Al is serving up Ogono if he puts him in there with Lewis, right? Let's Jeffrey. What would you say was the pronunciation on this one? Jeffrey.
Easy Ugono.
Easy Ugono. All right, so you were there.
That was close.
You sound better than him. You got to remember, this guy's not, you know.
Yeah, he's a machine.
No, he's not. He's alive, like Johnny Five. But no, listen. Ortiz has some stay busy fights in the meantime. If Wilder has to fight Bermane Stavern, at least now there is someone on the Al Haymon side that the public considers or deems dangerous, right? For a long time, this guy's been considered a cherry picker, the one that's ducking the hard fights in the division. Now there's a hard fight in his stable at the very least, right, Hipster?
Yes, but I will say this. The fact that a name like Luis Ortiz, the boogeyman in the heavyweight division for so long, and obviously with his recent performances, people have been changing that tune, but he was the boogeyman in the heavyweight division. Now he's in the same stable as Deontay Wilder. And if that fight doesn't happen next for Bermane Stavern, even though he's the mandatory for the WBC, I think in the public's mind, that will look so bad. It will make that fight even worse in their mind.
So you want Wilder to pay step-aside money to Bermane?
Oh, yeah. Like, get the fuck out of here, Bermane. Like, what have you done? What has he done since that loss? Nothing.
So, all right, like, say that out loud for me. I want Deontay Wilder to pay Bermane Stavern step-aside money so that I could fight
So he could.
38-year-old Luis Ortiz that doesn't have any title.
Southpaw Cuban.
That doesn't have any title, any fan base.
Bryant Jennings.
Any title, any fan base, any backing, sell any tickets. He's not going to help Wilder sell out the 110 in Alabama. You know, the stadium that Wilder fights in, he's not going to move the needle. Wilder's going to fill it on his own. I don't understand why pay.
Sometimes the fight that needs to happen is not the money fight. It's the fight that's best for the division.
I understand, but again, how do you pay someone to fight a same, like?
You don't think if you put this fight in Madison Square Garden does really well? You give it maybe like a 14-week training camp or a 16-week training camp so you can really sell the fight. You have Deontay Wilder going to the Breakfast Club, going on all these different radio stations selling the fight. It would be huge.
Matt, I love it. I love it. You know, I would want Wilder to fight in New York or Bam. It doesn't matter to me. But this is my thing. Is that the question you want to ask the listeners? You want to pose, hey,
should
is this a big enough fight that he should pay step aside money? I mean, everyone's gonna say yeah because they want this other than Stavern, but like again, I don't see how that makes sense for them. It's a lot of money because you also got to pay.
We asked the callers. So we asked the callers.
Listen, realistically, we all know that I interviewed Amir Mansour, who's what, 44, and he was offered and turned down $300,000
Against who, Wilder?
against Wilder. Now that's a lot of money for you and I. Is that a lot of money for Ortiz? Ortiz gonna want more than that. So again, you're asking. Wait a minute. I want you to just digest this. You're asking Wilder and Haymon to pay Ortiz obviously more than 300,000. Let's just say close to $1 million, because it's a big fight with Wilder, and Ortiz is a bigger name than, let's say, Brazil and everyone else that he's faced. This would be his biggest fight till date, right? Not most I guess most accomplished due to the mystique of Ortiz and the amateur pedigree. So Ortiz would want a lot of money because this is his payday as well. Plus, you want Team Wilder to also pay Bermane Stiverne step-aside money. Now, where are we going to put this fight where that makes financial sense? Is this a Las Vegas fight?
Ooh, it could be.
You're crazy, man. Who the fuck knows? Who knows Luis Ortiz, bro?
With the right promotion, you can make this Las Vegas fight, but I don't think it should be in Las Vegas. I said it could be. I didn't say that's where it should be. I think New York is the place to be. That's where Deontay Wilder won his belt, was in New York. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I wouldn't even know that one.
Where he beat Bermane Stiverne. It was either in Atlantic City or New York, I believe. So it just makes sense to me. And plus, that is the #1 media capital of the world, in New York City. You can put him on almost every news station in the world in that one place. So why not? You know, like, pump him up through this fight. Paint Luis Ortiz as the boogeyman of the division. And you can. He's undefeated.
Is it
He's a knockout artist? He's Cuban. He's a southpaw. All these different things that play into it. You can even put the steroid shit out there and say, like, you know, he used to juice, blah, blah, blah. You know, Deontay Wilder's always been the guy that always wants VADA testing, you know. Play that up. You know, you can really promote this fight. This is a promotable fight.
Well, let's see. That's it. You've made it official. That is the question that we are asking you, ladies and gentlemen. Matt, repeat it slowly for them one more time. What do we want? What is today's poll, verbal poll with our callers?
Should Deontay Wilder pay Bermane Stiverne step-aside money to fight Luis Ortiz? And also, I got a correction, fact check. Wilder beat Stiverne in Vegas, actually.
Can we get the head count on that? Was he the main event?
I believe so. I can get a head count on that. Hold on.
Yes, let's see how many he and Bermane, who lives in Las Vegas, by the way, did. We're going to go out to these phone lines, and you heard the question. We're giving you 1 minute, spontaneous show. We're trying to meet our Patreon goals by giving you double the amount of content. We're asking you to help us meet those Patreon goals by signing up and, you know, buying us a cup of coffee. I drink, you know, Dunkin' Donuts, so it's $2.96, right? So $3 is all I ask. I'm going to head on out to some of the sponsors.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Going out to our magic Skype machine to one of our ringers in the United Kingdom. Blackface, talk to us. Blackface.
Dropping the ball.
Yeah. Let's come back to him. Let's get out to London in Michigan. Talk to us.
Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right. I don't think Wilder's gonna pay the Burn step-aside money. I don't think that fight's gonna happen next. I think as far as when Ortiz being with Al Haymon, I think he's gonna try to build up Ortiz in some type of way to make him promotable, to make a big fight with Wilder later on. But I don't think that's gonna happen right now.
All right. So but what about Matt's question? Should he pay him? Should he pay the money and make it happen? Wilder, that is.
I don't think he should. Even though I know Ortiz is kind of like 38 years old. I know he's kind of on the end of his career, but I don't think he should. Because Bermain Severn versus Wilder would do better than Ortiz and Wilder.
Get out of here.
Who knows Ortiz here in the States?
Who knows Bermain Severn?
Damn, London, that's your minute. But obviously, I'll defend you. More people know Stavern than they do Ortiz. At least Stavern was
very marginal.
At least Stavern was a world champion who fought on.
Stavern being from Vegas and the world championship fight against Deontay Wilder being in Vegas, yet it only did 8,454 in attendance. He was the hometown guy. Why didn't he bring the crowd in? Come on.
No, but that's what I'm telling you. And if Stavern, who is from Vegas, and his career has been at least with a synonymous promoter with boxing like Don King, his fights have been on HBO, versus Areola, 2 fights, who's a notable heavyweight, and Areola was an HBO heavyweight. Before there was all these different outlets, let's not forget, Areola was hot on HBO, and that's how Stavern made his name by fighting him twice there. Ortiz has 1 fight there. But whatever. Let's get back out to the callers. Let's try Blackface again, see if he fixed things. Blackface, what's up? Oh, I don't know what's up with this. Why are they you there? Blackface. I don't know. Let's get to some alumni in the meantime. Let me see. Josh, are you there on Skype? Yeah, I don't know. All right, so let's get to the milkman.
I told y'all a long time ago, the Kirkland will go down 3 rounds.
Right hand. Down goes Kirkland. Strap me up.
Who's next? I got milk, baby.
Yeah. I'm about to hit y'all with a curveball. Deontay Wilder should pay to burn some step-aside money, and I want to see him fight Shannon the Cannon Briggs. I think that fight will do more than Wilder, Ortiz, man. They can do that shit in Florida or up in Brooklyn, man. I'm out. I want to see that shit, though. Everybody bullshit. I want to see it. Numbers, baby. Holla back.
All right, milkman. Let's go out to Orlando. Jay, do you want Deontay Wilder versus Shannon Briggs out there in Florida for you?
Yes, I definitely do. It was going to be a great fight, but here's something, man, that you guys need to do some kind of investigation on. Charles Hadley, Amir Ahman, and Bermain Severn are all WBC mandatories and are all signed with the same promoter, and they all haven't done nothing. So my question is, what the heck does Don King have over Mauricio Suleiman? But I would say, yeah, pay Bermain Severn the step-aside money and go ahead and get that fight done.
I thought Severn left Don King.
That's what I thought.
He's still with him. He was supposed to leave with him. But he's still with him.
Really?
Yeah, he's still with him. Okay. He was supposed to leave. He was supposed to go with Al Haymon, and then he was supposed to leave again, but then he stayed with him.
I remember interviewing Stavern.
Fight.
I remember interviewing Stavern a bunch of years ago, and he said he was going to be signing up Al and fighting on PBC, and then that shit never happened.
Never did, man. All right, man. I appreciate you guys.
All right, Jay. Thanks for calling in. Let's get to Class and Bound. Talk to us. Class and Bound.
He dropped off, but he hopped back on. He's at the very end.
Bring him back in then.
Oh, hello.
What's up, brother?
Hey. So yeah, I heard the news. I wanted.
That's that Texas connection, brother. Let's get to Larry in San Francisco.
Go straight there with that. Everything else from here.
Larry.
Hey, can't go yet. Come back to me if you can.
All right. Tony in Albany. Should have gotten your Patreon rewards.
Right,
I sent you something else.
All right, Bet. Thank you so much for that, folks. So quick minute. So who the fuck wants to see Stavron again? Really, Wilder beat him already. We want to see that. We want to see something fresh with Wilder. Now it will be Ortiz. So, pay as much money as you can to this dude, Stavron, and get and take the better fight. And before I go, a quick prediction. Enrique is getting knocked out, bro. After seeing that sparring session, he's getting knocked out, bro.
Yo, you crazy, yo. You want to do a side bet right now? Yo, Enrique sparring with a heavyweight, and he's sparring with me, and he's sparring with this other dude that's a amateur, got 15 fights, 100 and yo, it don't matter. He got 7 weeks. He got 7 weeks. You think Mario's going to get quality sparring? Who's Mario going to spar?
The way Enrique was moving in the ring, man, like, I feel like he hasn't been in the ring before.
Yo, 10 years out the ring.
Like, I don't know, man.
10 years out the ring, bro.
All right, man.
Yo, put your money where your mouth is. Put your money where your mouth is, Antonio.
Yo, for another call. But that's it. I'm out.
All right. Yo, they sleeping on Enrique. Them skills is up. I'm telling you. 3 days a week, he going to be getting that good work. Yeah, you'll see. They sleeping on him. 407. Yo, he going to be taking punches. Orlando, first time caller? 407-952.
Yeah, that's just me, Dennis, the dude that drives back and forth. I listen to your show.
Oh, Dennis, what's up, brother? Dennis on Patreon with us. Talk to us. Dennis in Orlando. Save that there.
We can do the first. Yeah, we can do the
first time caller intro. Nah, it's all good, baby. First time. No. First time callers always get their time. First time callers always get their time. You ready? Well, first of all, I'm going to ask you all the same questions. I want to ask you, how long have you been listening, Dennis?
Almost 3 years, bro.
3 years. Nice. And you work at the Veterans Hospital in Orlando. You drive back and forth from Tampa listening to the Boxing Voice Radio. And I just want to thank you for not only tuning in, bro, but for putting people on in your workplace and letting them know about the show as well and spreading the word. You're also a Patreon family member, enjoying all the content. Before we get into our call and even our first-time caller intro, I want to ask you, you heard Antonio. He's on Patreon. He's seen the footage. He says Casual, a.k.a. Enrique Church, is getting knocked out. You think that's true? Does he look that bad in sparring?
Nah, bro. He got the right stuff, bro. I gotta go with my people, bro. There's no way.
When you say your people, it sounds like you're getting cultural. It sounds like you're saying you're going Puerto Rico versus Mexico on this.
He's repping the flag right there.
I got to. I always do. I've been doing that since I was 5 years old, bro. This ain't nothing new. We grow up boxing. That's a four-man sport. Who has money for cable?
So Dennis, does Enrique finish him or win decision?
I think now that they said that, Enrique's gonna knock him out, bro. He ain't gonna go down like that. And look at those arms too, bro. He got them Fred Flintstone arms, bro. Yo, I'm with Enrique all day.
All right. Well, let's get to. Well, you said you've been listening 3 years. How'd you find us, though?
Actually, you were in some kind of war with a former guest. They were talking shit, and you suck. And I said, "What is it?" And I like the way you defended yourself. So I said, "Cool." That's how I got turned on to the show.
All right. Well,
so I said, "Cool," and I heard you. I listened, and as opposed to this being like a reporting show, you involve us
few boxing fans that are left have a forum to share, argue, be a fanboy. We're all here. And that's rare. I'm tired of going into barber shops and they're talking all types of sports and no one's talking my sport, which is boxing. You know? So when I was in the military and all that, we got to have armed services TV. Guess what we got to see? Boxing. All the time. So every fight, like when Mike Tyson got knocked out, I was in a mess hall just coming back from Iraq, and I got to see him get knocked out, which was sad. So I got a lot of sentimental reasons with boxing too. You know what I'm saying? It was a sport I enjoyed with my mom and my dad. So boxing is a lifestyle because that, like tennis, is one-on-one. And if you remember in the Thurman interview, no coincidence that Thurman loves tennis because any sport that's one-on-one, like pool, you know, growing up, you know, we played pool, we played handball, we boxed, you know, ping pong. That's one guy against another guy. You ain't playing, you're competing. It's a whole different mentality to me. You know, you got no one to blame. You know, like the military, you know, you get into that. It's a team effort because when you're boxing, you have your team that preps you, but at some point you got to defend yourself. And most times, sometimes you're by yourself. And that's been my experience. So anything boxing and competitive juices, I'm there. I watch praying mantises fight. There used to be a video channel where you could watch insects fighting. I was watching that too.
Listen, so, Dennis, let's get into your intro so that the world knows who they're talking to and where you're calling in from. And let's get your thoughts, obviously, on Luis Ortiz signing with Al Haymon. And you know, should he do what the hipster wants and pay his mandatory remains to Vernon, immediately set up a fight with Luis Ortiz? And he's obviously not even taking into consideration that maybe Ortiz wants to tune up before going straight at Wilder.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Hey, this is Dennis JFT because tomorrow is not promises. We live just for today. Now, getting into the call. Anything having to do with Al Haymon, I equate to boxing being free again. So the only Latino we have that's a heavyweight is Luis Ortiz. So in my experience and the people that having to do with Al Haymon, that we're Latino, we're always rooting for Luis Ortiz. So to answer your question, hell yeah, and he should pay that money because then he'll get the exposure, not pay-per-view, get 1 million, maybe 1.5, and from one day to the next, he has a super fight with super competition, as opposed to fighting someone he's already beat. So if he's smart and everything Al Haymon is getting boxing back to where it needs to be, and I pray it gets there, seems like we're on the way, is a good idea. That's my piece.
Listen, Dennis, thanks for calling in. Let's before we mix it up, we've been talking about the guy. I know his ears are ringing. I know how it is when someone's talking about you. You feel the heat. But I'm sorry to report, man. They're counting Enrique out on this one. But we're gonna go out to his counterpart in Corpus.
It's me, Mario.
What's up, fellas? You know, I agree with Matt. And I feel like I always say that on the show when I'm introduced. But listen, the reason why I agree with him, I don't know what his full agenda is, and not that he has an agenda, but maybe it's just like he wants to see this fight desperately, and that's always a great reason as a fan. But from the perspective of what Luis Ortiz should do, the guy's 38 years old. I really don't know if we can suggest for him to just take a fight or even sit and wait or anything like that. This guy's at a stage in his career as an athlete where if he fights, I mean, all these injuries, you know, he's already suffered a few injuries in his career that have, you know, they weren't huge setbacks, but they did, you know, cause lengthy layoffs compared to what he had been fighting. And so I don't know. I think that it should happen right away. He should get a major shot right away. This is what we expected would happen. once he was going to depart from Golden Boy, which this was a big loss for every one of the promotions that did not get him. He is a huge marketable fighter, in my opinion. At his age, I don't really know how much bigger he can get, but you can sell this guy. You can sell this guy to a casual audience. I think you can sell him in a way that certain fighters who are better than him possibly can't be sold, and so he fits really well in a marketable standpoint with Wilder and Joshua. I think even better than Wilder in some cases. But with Wilder, Joshua, these guys are big. They're monsters. They look ferocious. They're just mean. They have incredible packages that can be put together of highlight reels. You can familiarize a casual fan with him off of his work very quickly. And so, I don't know if I equate, everything having to do with Al Haymon with free, because yes, for the fans, it comes out free, but the money involved with these fights, and these fighters aren't fighting as much as they used to because of the money that it takes to get them to fight now, or that they're expecting. It's just a lot of little things that could derail Ortiz. If the guy was 28, fine. But that said, I wouldn't be super upset if he did take another fight, because there are so many great fighters that he could fight on that stable. I mean, think of all the guys that we haven't seen him in the ring with that are in that Haymon stable. Every week every time it sounds more and more like Haymon's a promoter, and I mean, he kind of is, and that's exactly what can be done with him.
Gotta put him on an undercard, and then build him, bring him to Alabama on three heavyweights. Wilder main event, doing the Bermain-Stavern rematch mandatory. This guy on the undercard fighting someone. I wish Izuna would in that loss, but I guess you bring back Brazil.
That would be a good fight, though. No, that would actually be a good fight.
No, you do not put Izuna in after a knockout loss with a knockout puncher. That would be unfair to him. You do
to him, but I'm just saying it would be I think it would be a good fight. No, look, and you're absolutely right. In any other circumstances, pretty much. Just in this case, and look, understand, we're talking about a 38-year-old Cuban. And if you've been around boxing long enough, or if you've covered the sport, there is a tie with that. That means this guy might not even be 38. This guy might be 40 for all we know. Like, we don't even know how old this guy could be. This has happened so many times with Cuban fighters, not even Cuban fighters, Cuban athletes that ended up being a few years older than they had said they were. And so, it is possible.
Put this guy versus Dominic Brazil or Amir Mansour, right? And I'm going to tell you two
great fights.
Brazil, because of the storyline, everything that's going on with he and Wilder, no one wants an immediate Brazil fight because he didn't earn it. Let him earn it by going through Ortiz, right? While Wilder does his mandatory, right? If not, Luis Ortiz versus who did I just say? Dominic Brazil. If you don't like that, right? Don't forget that the other mandatory is Amir Mansour. So let Luis Ortiz get ranked and fight Amir Mansour to be next after the Bermain-Stavern, but do it on the same card. Do it all on the same card.
Let me ask you a question, though. Let me ask Matt this question. Matt, do you think that Ortiz needs this, like in sense that, like, I see where Ness is coming from a building up a fight standpoint, but is Ortiz ready right away? Like, is he as ready today as he would if he were to go through a couple of guys in that stable that are, smaller tier?
And you stated it very early in your monologue, Mario, that the guy's 38, and I'm using air quotes there. The guy's 38 years old. There's a reason why we are clamoring for a guy like Triple G who's 35 to get a big fight. It's because when fighters or athletes hit that mid to late 30s, there's no you're gonna get better. Those are rarities in these sports. You have a Bernard Hopkins or Randy Couture, rare guys that defy the odds of Father Time. And I think that a couple fights down the line, he's not gonna be better. He's gonna be worse, and most likely. So I think we should ask right now for the best fight to happen available. and that is Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz. And we allowed Deontay Wilder to take a tune-up against Gerald Washington because of his injuries. Now we're asking him to take a big fight because he has not taken a big fight since that Bermane-Stavern fight. It's been four fights or so now of tune-ups, of showcases. It's time for a big fight.
I've just been tweeted some, man, I don't know where my breaking news soundbite is. Fucking sucks. I've been tweeted a little something that I have to confirm, but I've just been tweeted that Luis Ortiz should be on the Berto-Porter undercard. See, this is the things that happen when you work with Al Haymon. Look at how quick. Now he's in Brooklyn, where you just said he should be, Matthew. If this is correct, you know, we got sources coming in from all over. You know, so many people love to listen to the show, so we get information. This is a credible source. Obviously, this is actually one of our journalists in the New York City area. So I'm having him, you know, just confirm it with me. Let's get back out to some callers. Larry, I'm going to go back to you. I know you were busy. Still busy? You sound busy.
No.
Oh, you are or you're not?
Big ups to the Boxing Voice. You there?
We are.
Okay. Hey, real quick. Let me help y'all out real fast. Luis Ortiz is a beast and did not look bad. Malik Scott wasn't trying to win that fight. Malik Scott, he ran 10 times worse than Peterson did against DSG at the beginning of their fight. He was running, not trying to stand in there and fight and land punches. David Allen did a bit better, but not too much. The last time Luis Ortiz was in there for somebody trying to win is when he whooped on my man in Madison Square Garden, forgetting his name already, but looked dynamic and everybody saw what kind of fighter he was. That's the fighter he is. That's the fighter we'll see when he gets against somebody who's actually trying to win the fight next. About the news, though, I'm hyped, super excited. I hope, though, he's not kicking Hearn to the curb. I hope it's more like a DeGale thing where he's got Hearn promoting him, but Haymon setting up the fights. That'd be the best from a fan point of view because then we get options on both sides of the pond. So I hope that's the way he's doing that. And finally, let me throw the question back at you. If you were Wilder, would you pay Stavern step-aside money?
You know, that's man, what a great effing question, bro. What a great question. And let me tell you why. It's a great question because it works on so many levels. Wilder's not scared of anyone. I truly believe that. That said, why would you pay money to get a guy who's a monster who doesn't have the credibility? Like if you did that for like a Klitschko or like a Joshua, like somebody who has steam, that's understandable. But to do it to a guy who's basically coming into unfamiliar territory in terms of the marketability of a Haymon fighter, that's a great question, man. I really don't know. I think Wilder would because, like I said, I don't think he's scared of anyone.
That's not so, Matt. He would not. Who the fuck is going to pay Bermane step-aside money? Like the Luis Ortiz fight.
Why would Al Haymon pay Stavern to fight Wilder again? Like
exactly.
That's another check that's not going anywhere. It's not building Wilder in any significant way. That does nothing for Wilder's brand.
Financially, it's better for them because they can take Bermane to Bama and make all the money. Bermane, remember, being a mandatory, he doesn't get a big slice of the pie, whereas Ortiz is a name in the division, and that takes legitimate negotiations. Ortiz is not going to take $300,000. Remember, Wilder paid Areola $150K. Like, Ortiz is a real negotiation, and you guys are living in la-la land if you think, oh, it happens immediately like that. No, both these guys think they are the next one, and they're just going to give it up on a shot for free. Look how long Jacobs took to negotiate with Triple G. How is this any different, Larry? How is Luis Ortiz versus Deontay Wilder any different than Jacobs and Golovkin?
I don't think it's much different. So I hear your point. And why is Wilder going to pay step-aside money to the easier work to get the harder work for not that much more money? So I don't see that happening.
Well, in Matt's eyes, Larry,
I would like to see him.
In Matt's eyes, because he wants to be honorable and give the fight fans what they deserve.
No, that's not it. That's not necessarily all of it. I do think Wilder wants the big fight. Wilder does want the big fight. That's all he's been saying is, I want the big fight. So I'm going to take him at his word that he wants the big fight.
Yeah, and let me take you at your word. Let me so Luis Ortiz is the big fight. Like you really
It's
come
the
on.
big fight available right now.
It's a big fight. It's a big fight. And now let me throw that question back at you, Ness.
So big Josh passed on it. So big Josh
Okay,
passed on
okay,
it.
but is let me ask you a question. Is Ortiz easily negotiated compared to Joshua and all the other big fights?
What?
Is Ortiz easier negotiated than the other big fights?
Now that it's stable, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely. But I said that was my opening statement. Like now that that's why the word inevitable is there. Like it should be inevitable that this fight is, gonna happen now that they're both Haymon. Larry, sorry to, we steal minutes around here, but go ahead.
No, at the end of the day, I think Wilder does want the big fight, but let's not get it twisted. He wants the big money fights. The big fights is Joshua or Tyson Fury, or maybe even Klitschko. I don't think he's going to be that eager to get in there with King Kong when the money's nowhere near it what it was with those other guys over there. But anyway, as always, super appreciate the show, and I'm out.
Very quickly, I want to ask you guys a question. Isn't Ortiz... You would give Ortiz less money right now than you were if you were to build him up with 2 or 3 fights and try to have the fight marinate.
Yes.
You have to pay him more in the second route than the first route.
Yes.
So you can get Ortiz potentially on the cheap because he doesn't have a belt.
Possibly.
He hasn't beat a Joshua Klitschko.
Possibly, Matt. But what's better for your younger franchise heavyweight? To put him on an undercard and build up the fight so that it means something, or to have it go down as another, he was looking, look how he looked versus Malik Scott. He couldn't take out a 9-1-2.
No, there's no way the fans will think that if Wilder beats Ortiz.
Let me finish. Mario, be the voice of reason here. If he fights Luis Ortiz immediately after the Scott performance, coupled with the David Allen performance, and then Wilder whitewashes him, he was 38. They waited till he got old. Come on, man. You know how it goes. Let the dude at least look good, and people like, make that fight. Now, you don't take it now because I'm picking him. You know who I'm picking, even though
let me tell you why that wouldn't be the case. Because A, the casual fans that are sold on the fight, and I'm saying that are sold on the fight, wouldn't know any better. And B, the hardcores that actually do know that they didn't wait for anything, that this is, this is where Ortiz was in this stage in his career. This was the only time that the fight was really available for him.
Hey, man, I hear you. Let's get out to the UK and see if we can't get back to Blackface now. Blackface, talk to us. Robert, mute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you, Blackface. You're back, baby.
Yeah, we have some technical issues over here on Skype. I just like to say respect to everyone listening in the past, present, and future. Respect to the Boxing Voice to do more of these spontaneous shows. I haven't had a chance to call in maybe a few weeks now, but I thought I'd chime in and give you guys my call. Currently 9:23 p.m. in the UK over here. I think Wilder should give Stavern step-aside money, but I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, who the hell wants to see Wilder and Stavern again? The only people who want to see that is probably Bermain Stavern and Wycliffe John, and none of them guys have been relevant for a while. The question is, I don't think Luis Ortiz would take the fight given the quickness turnaround signing with Al Haymon and then taking the fight within 6 months. I don't think that's happening either. If Luis Ortiz is older than his birth certificate states, then he'll get found out eventually. Time waits for no man. So if he is an old man, he'll get found out once you put him in there with one of these young champion lions. But yeah, that's just my quick call, man. Just thought I'd just chime in and give you guys a quick call. You shouldn't blame people for disappointing you. You should blame yourself and respecting too much from them.
That goes for me.
I love the way he ends that.
Robert in the UK.
Hey, I'm just listening. Got nothing to add.
All right. Wesley in the UK. Wesley.
What's up?
What's up, brother?
Yeah, I mean,
Do you guys honestly think he'll fight him? Do you guys honestly think Stiverne should accept step aside money? That's the question I want to ask you guys.
I mean, I think depending on how much the step aside money is, yes, Stiverne will take it because it would be next in line.
I would because, or I think he should because he could get that money and, you know, he'd fuck around and they're not going to drop him from his rankings for fighting a bum. You know, he could keep that ranking. It wouldn't be hard.
But again, who's Bermane Stiverne for to get in the position again? Why
Absolutely nobody. He was supposed to fight Povetkin, and because of all the ordeals, I think he petitioned. I remember he did an interview saying, you know, because Povetkin keeps testing positive, I was ready. I was supposed to make $1.4 million for that fight. I would have beat him. I should just automatically get the opportunity at Wilder. Not something I agree with, but it seems like something the WBC did do.
That's why I don't agree with it either, because he got battered the last time they fought. He got. So I don't. To be honest, I think, you know what? I think he should fight Ortiz, because even though Ortiz, really, let's be honest, he's not a big name. He isn't. No one knows him. No one knows who he is. But I do think it's a bigger fight and a better fight than Bermane Stiverne against Wilder. Again, I don't really want to see it for a second time. What do you guys think?
It's the worst fight in the division that could be made.
It's the best fight in the Al Haymon stable of heavyweights. I agree with Matt. Something that might as well get done. Let's get out to Hands of Stone in the UK.
Hey, what's up? I just want to say, if I was Wilder, what I would do is I'd fight Bermane Stiverne for an easy payday, and as a co-main, I'd put Dominic Brazil against whoever, and after I whoop on Bermane Stiverne, I'll have Dominic Brazil come in after he's assumed or he's already won. Do some WWE shit, and boom, that's your next payday guaranteed. Wilder versus Dominic Brazil. Then after you got Brazil, then you fight Ortiz. So you got 3 paydays in a line.
Oh,
I mean, that's kind of like my plan, but I'd rather Ortiz fight Brazil to marinate that fight on an undercard of Bermane Stiverne, and then let the winner face each other.
Yeah, that's cool. But if you're Wilder, you get 3 paydays instead of going straight from Stiverne to Ortiz.
Yeah, but Wilder doesn't. I mean, look, he's my boy and all, but he doesn't deserve 3 more paydays before Luis Ortiz fight. Like Matt said, he wants the big fight. He just had the Gerald Washington fight to test out the hand. He'll be getting the mandatory to continue to test out the hand. You know, he already hates Bermane Stiverne, right? So he probably is going to try and.
That. But I'm just saying, purely from a business perspective, if he wants to maximize his money making potential, that's what he should do. As a fan, I'd love to see him get in there right now with Ortiz, Klitschko, AJ, Tyson Fury, etc.
Yeah, I mean, I think he should get in there with Ortiz after listening to everyone, because he was ready to get in there with Joseph Parker. But this is the thing, Matt. Joseph at least has a title, so it's a unification. It's a real big fight. It's a
Joseph Parker fight instead of the Luis Ortiz fight next. I'm okay. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Well, we know that ain't gonna happen because Huey's and Fury, they got their visas, so they're all good. Hands of Stone. Anything else?
Yeah, in the infamous words of Matt, I digress and let you continue.
All right.
You know, I will say real quick that if he is on that Berto card, that would be the best of both.
Confirmed.
That is confirmed. Okay, great. Well, number 1, god damn, that card is getting so good. But number 2, I will say that's kind of the best of both worlds. It's really what Matt and I are saying combined with what Ness was originally saying. Because if he fights now, he could still absolutely make whatever date that, you know, we would have expected Wilder to make anyway. So, you know, it could still happen.
Well, I mean, we gotta definitely credit I guess his manager, Jay Jimenez is his name, because
I was about to say Haymon.
Well, no, his original manager, who's.
Well, remember, Haymon's
out his contract.
Haymon's an advisor, not a manager.
True.
True.
You know, he's the one that originally bought out the contract from Golden Boy to get him loose. He's the one that got the fight-by-fight deal with Eddie Hearns to get him visible. And here he is. I mean, I'm gonna say that the Haymon signed him because he's seen him looking vulnerable. I'm telling you. I don't know.
Nah.
I don't think he invested in him as a franchise.
Well, of course not. You ain't gonna franchise a 38-year-old Cuban fighter.
Yeah, you're going to use him to build up Wilder.
Huh? It says Mitch Abramson, one of the writers in New York City who we've had here on the show, has worked for the New York Daily News and ringtv.com. He says it's not clear who he will fight or if Ortiz will be part of the Showtime telecast, which includes obviously junior middleweight titleist Jermell Charlo making his defense against mandatory Charles Hatley. But the Cuban heavyweight signed with Al Haymon on Wednesday and will be on the April 22nd card. A source told him, adding a bit of buzz to the event for this Berto-Porter WBC Eliminator. So who could he put in there? Like, let's remember, right? These are the names that we know are with Haymon. Unless I am forgetting any, you guys can tell me. We have Dominic Brazil, Travis Kaufman, who lost to Amir Mansour a couple of days ago. Chris Arreola, who, you know, I don't know. That's a bad fight for Arreola to take. I hope he doesn't take that. Izunu coming off that knockout to Brazil. He cannot take that, I don't think, and shouldn't coming off of a knockout. Spielka, how long has Spielka been out, and who's the last time he's been in with someone of note? While I go to a caller, you guys, you know, bounce that around, those names. Who would you like to see Ortiz on? Because things have changed during this show. Now we know he's fighting April 22nd, which is kind of fucking great. I'm going to be at that fight, so that'll be good to see him. JD in Texas. JD, before you get into all that and we turn on the clock, I know you're riding with your Texan in Mario Munguia, but you, on the other hand, are part of this show because you've been in the ring with Charles Hatley, who's making his first title shot there with, you know, Charlo. But what do you see with your boxer eye? Does Enrique look like he will be knocked out? Because that's what somebody said. He's getting knocked out.
Yo, I'm gonna be 100%. I'm gonna be 100% honest. It looks like he'll get hit with a body shot. Casual skill. I don't know how light y'all were going, but it didn't look too good to me. I don't know how Mario can go, but he's talking tough, so I would have to go with Mario.
I'm gonna put my sparring out probably Monday because I'll film it Saturday. So
he's editing.
Yeah. I'm not editing. I get it from a camera. I got to upload. So it's not like it comes from a phone. So that would be like right away.
He's editing. He's trying to get everybody's footage first and shit.
The only people that aren't divas is me and Jose. Fact. Everyone else are divas.
Yo,
how am I a diva? I told Enrique, so everybody knows. So JD, so you know, I told Enrique, I don't give a shit about the weight. We said 185, but I told him I don't give two shits what you weigh. I really don't care if he outweighs me by 15 pounds. And if he wants me to drop weight while we're there, I'll go on a cardio. I don't give a shit.
That's your downfall right there. Gonna pulverize.
Yo, I'm gonna say this about that video, yo. Enrique looked like he was ready to quit, but his pride wouldn't tell him. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, hey JD. Let me tell you what probably that video, because it was only 1 minute and 30 of what took place, probably what you guys couldn't tell. Yo, he sparred like 7 straight rounds. First time ever sparring after 10 years. And he's fought, yo, you know how they do, like the same way Wilder does, which is crazy. Like just a fresh sparring partner. 2 people, like one person do 2 rounds, another one do 2 rounds, another one do 2 rounds. Yo, that's insane. I was impressed. I'm telling you, I'm impressed. And remember,
more information.
Listen, remember when we went to Florida? Matt is my witness. When we went to Florida, we all went on a run. You know, he and Alex, the other amateur, they sprinted. They was out. You know,
The cardio was insane.
They did 2 miles very quick, right? I did almost 3.44 because they were so fast. I didn't know where they turned, so I just kept running. And I had to call, like, where the fuck y'all at? Next thing I know, they already went back. So Enrique, and then this is all fact. I'm not trying to build shit. I'm keeping it real. Enrique can run. He can run. So it's all about throwing punches at this point, because if he got the stamina, he just got to build stamina with the punches. Mario's 5'5", and he's a fucking bodybuilder.
Yo.
But that's the point though, is if I can do what I can do. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, JD.
No, I was saying based off of what I've seen, even though you saying that that's the end of the sparring session, you know, it's kind of hard to go with casual on that one. But I just want to get to this call real quick because I got to run. Fuck step aside money. We gonna pay Bermain Severn some fuck off money.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Real talk, man, because like nobody wants to see this guy, you know, as far as like, all right, so let me say this. I gotta get this off. HBO was actually headlining because of King Kong. When has that ever happened for Bermain Severn? He's always been in a position to where he's the other guy.
Great point.
And like Areola, he was the other guy. So, yeah, HBO was putting money towards this guy, so he is marketable. But, you know, him and Bermain is not on the same level. Let's just everybody should have that clear. We shouldn't even be comparing. So, I mean, as far as the fight itself, I would love to see it soon because he is getting old. So, yeah, that's a few points I had to make, though. I got to run.
All right, JD. Well, thanks again
You know
for
why he's running. He doesn't want to deal with you calling him out again, Ness. He's scared.
No, JD too fast. JD put that tape out on Facebook. You know, I would last as long as it took him to cut the ring off and beat me up to the body. That shit. I mean, talk to us.
Hello. Yo, Luis Ortiz. I thought he was signed to Eddie Hearn at some point.
Fight by fight deal only, buddy.
Okay. Nah, that's a good move with Haymon. I mean, listen, somebody brought up an interesting fight. They said Ortiz and I do like the Wilder and Briggs fight. I mean, just for shits and giggles. But somebody brought up was it Ortiz and Stavern fighting or something like that? Oh, Mansour. Ness, was that you?
Yeah, I said either Ortiz in Brazil or Ortiz in Mansour on the undercard of Deontay defending or the mandatory with Bermain somewhere in Bama. I just want to go back to Bama. It's fun over there.
I mean, it definitely opens up the heavyweight division to make that fight inevitable. And we still got, you know, the outcome of Joshua and Klitschko. I mean, listen, Ortiz, yeah, put him in there with Wilder after the fight against Stavern. I say we get the Stavern fight out the way, but it's kind of like I want to honor Shannon Briggs' determination. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how competitive he can be at this point in his career.
Yeah, but Shannon got to fight.
Go in there and he train hard enough.
Shannon got to fight with Fresno Kendo. He got to fight with Fresno Kendo. Let him do whatever he got to do with that guy.
So you know what? Then yeah, you know what? It sounds like all roads lead to Ortiz and Wilder, and then Stavern can step aside. If Stavern get back in the mix, whatever it is, I ain't gonna blow no more time, fellas. Peace.
Matt, if Wilder took the Ortiz fight, it would be the second toughest fight in the heavyweight division to make, right? Because Joshua's taking Klitschko. Who else is tougher than Klitschko and Ortiz in the division?
No, that would be the second toughest fight in the division to take. Or you could make the argument the toughest fight if you're just sort of putting Joshua and Klitschko separate, not the winner of that bout. If you're just going Joshua, Klitschko, and Ortiz, who's the most dangerous fight for Wilder, it could be Ortiz.
Santiago, I'm sure you've seen the footage, Santiago. What do you think of Enrique off your eye? I know you're a good trainer. You helped Matt get ready for his first fight.
Yeah, watching the tape of Enrique sparring, even though it was only about a minute 30 seconds, I could see a guy who looked like he hadn't sparred in as much time as I had, but I can definitely see in this 7-week span him refining his style to a degree it'll present a guy who is as small as Mario problems.
See, that's why I know you're going to be a great trainer when it all's said and done. Listen, we obviously want your takes on Luis Ortiz signing with Al Haymon. We think it means that the Wilder fight is inevitable. We just got more breaking news on top of this breaking news that he's going to be on the Berto-Porter undercard. What are your thoughts? Who should he fight?
Yeah, like, for me, it seemed inevitable that Ortiz would eventually sign with Al Haymon. I mean, his biggest issue in his career had been fighting consistently and exposure. And I could agree with that. You know, he could fight Brazil or Mansour. Both guys are coming off comeback wins. You know, either guy fighting him, it would be interesting to see, especially Brazil, because Brazil's a guy who definitely likes to rely on his size in his fight. So it would be interesting to see if Ortiz can keep
Santiago.
He's gone.
fighting. They tend to like get caught up in the Brazil style of fighting.
You cut out there, Santiago.
Yeah, where did I lose you guys?
You said
Brazil's size. He uses that in his fights. It'd be interesting to
relies
see.
on his size, and he keeps, and then we lost you after that.
Yeah, I was basically saying it'll be interesting to see if Ortiz can keep the fight clean, because from seeing him fight, most fighters that fight him tend to get lost in that Brazil style of fighting, where it kind of gets sloppy and messy. And like you usually see that, yeah, the reason Brazil won was because he was physically the bigger man.
Very true. So Berto-Porter undercard. Who would you like to see Ortiz wet his whistle with?
Like I said, I would like to see him against either Brazil or Mansour. Both guys are coming off comeback wins from their previous losses. You know,
I think, listen, I don't want you to waste time, because I just think realistically, Amir Mansour just fought maybe 2 weeks ago, and Brazil had a tough fight. February 25th, which is only a month ago. I doubt he's going to get in there with a big-ass puncher like Luis Ortiz right now. So those names I don't think are on the table. Washington also lost by knockout, so he's off the table. Kaufman lost to Amir Mansour, so maybe he's off the table. Areola seems to be around. Izunu, he's off the table with a knockout loss. Spielka is there, and I guess any other heavyweight they can negotiate with to be on an undercard with Al Haymon, right? Or, I mean, unless he serves them up to some of his younger heavyweight prospects.
I mean, here's a conspiracy theory, just throwing it out there. Eddie Hearn did originally say Dylan White Ortiz in New York. He's fighting at the Barclays in Brooklyn, New York.
Maybe. Yeah, right. You think Eddie Hearn is going to fucking send Dylan White over here with zero promotion? 1 month to go?
Oh, it's only a month? I thought it was in May. My bad.
No, April 22nd.
It's going to be a nobody. It's going to be some guy they find.
I know. Sucks. Santiago, we love you. Later. Donald, what up? Richmond, California, talk to us.
What's up? I like this that they signed him, because I agree on all of what you guys were saying. His issue was promotion, and you know, Father Time is catching up to him. He's 38 and he had promotion issues. I think Wilder needs to just go ahead and just go and get Stavern out of the way, because Stavern is not anybody worth paying step-aside money to. Even though nobody wants to see the fight, he has to weigh his options out. Should I give this guy who is nobody step-aside money, who's not even worth giving step-aside money, or should I just go make this boring fight, knock his ass out, get it over with, and get him out of the way? I think that's what he should do. Now, as far as Ortiz, I do think that, I mean, Mansour would be a good fight, technically, but I think also with the Dominique Brazil situation, they could go to Brazil and say, hey, look, you want to get in there with Wilder, we're going to give you your opportunity. You're going to get in there, you're going to fight Ortiz. If you can fucking beat Ortiz, we'll give you your shot at Wilder, and you can settle all of whatever the steam you want to blow off with him. Does that sound good? And I'm sure Brazil will be like, hell yeah, I'll go for that. Also, another thing I was thinking of too was like, because there's not really nobody else up
like you said, you pretty much named all the guys off who got the knockouts and who's out of the question. But they can give Brazil another. I was thinking another fight for Brazil because, which is really just off the lot chart. Charles Martin is talking like he wants to have another fight. Now, before Charles Martin went to go fight for the vacant IBF, he was scheduled to fight Brazil, and he's talking like he's going to jump back into the heavyweight division with a big fight. He was saying that he wanted Derek Brazil or something like that. I mean, he could go back to Brazil and finish that off. They were having that as far as well as that also. But I mean, you know, other than that, I'm looking at the Porter-Berto card, and I'm like, damn, because I already bought tickets to go to the StubHub on the same day, and I'm like, damn, should I fucking like sell the tickets and go to that one? Because I mean, they're changing everything around. I wanted to see the Charlo and Hadley fight as well too, but they switched that one over to that fight with Porter, and I thought I was gonna get to see the Shakur debut because he was gonna supposedly skip.
You are.
Yo, now it's that's in.
Hold on, Donald. You are. He's going to fight on both cards.
Yeah, but now he's on New
He's
York.
gonna be on both cards.
Wait, he's on New. No, he's fighting on the Terrence Crawford card in New York. That's the next month. That's in May.
Yeah, and he's on the pay-per-view in LA.
Yes, so he's fighting at StubHub still, and he's going to go back a month later because you know how the guys are when they're pro debuts and stuff like that. They fight like every month.
Donald, gotta go. It's 1 minute for show. Let's get to Gabe in Salt Lake City. Talk to me.
Yo, BoxingVoice. Just talk out there, man. More shows and days in the week, I swear. But crazy well, but Ortiz is starting to remind me of Demetrius Andrade.
Gabe, you got a really bad connection. Could you get by a window or something, or give us a call right back? We'll skip you to the line. All right.
Is this better?
Oh yeah.
Yo, sorry about that. Yeah. Big piece of shit T-Mobile, man. My bad. But yeah, I think Ortiz, man, is starting to remind me of Demetrius Andrade with going from promotion to promotion and never landing the big fight. And I think his chance to land either the Wilder fight or the Joshua fight was when he fought against Scott, and he just, I think, dropped the ball and just is not going to get that big fight. I don't see them giving Wilder. I don't see Haymon putting Wilder with Ortiz anytime soon. Maybe they do set up a little tournament like you were saying with Brazil and Mansour, and I would love that scenario and let them four kind of go at it, and whoever, you know, winners take on winners. But other than that, man, thanks, guys.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for calling in, Gabe. Thanks for signing up to Patreon. I know you're loving those live fight chats. We're going to continue to do those. Blind Man Brad, talk to us.
All right, I see it like this. Ortiz shows that he still has it, then he's going to be a problem for Wilder. Briggs shows that he don't. He'll at least go the rounds with him. And Joshua is really the one that everybody wants to see, but what if Klitschko beats him? I mean, that's definitely a lot different than Chavez and Canelo. I mean, I see a major possibility of Klitschko pulling off that upset in at least hardcore people's eyes, probably. But yeah, what do you think about Ortiz or Shannon Briggs fighting Wilder?
I think Ortiz fighting Wilder is a great fight. Shannon Briggs in any sort of high-level fight is a travesty to boxing.
Yeah, I can't get behind Shannon Briggs in anything other than like with some other old fighter. You know, if Roy Jones thought that he could step up to heavyweight again, I don't know, maybe that would be funny. Like, I just can't think of anything that makes it legit.
Don't even float that out, Mario, because that might happen. Okay. When you reach that level of age and just like wear and tear in your body, just retire. You know,
Yeah,
like
that's a good point.
Making apps and stuff. Go make apps. Go be a personality and sell yourself like almost Mike Tyson did. You can do that. Be in movies and shit. You know.
Good point.
Good point.
Or if you still want to fight, just contact Nestor Gibbs and we'll put you in TVV promotions fight. Shannon Briggs, if he's listening, Ness needs a fight. So
hey Matt, London from Michigan is with an LY. And in our chat, and this is not confirmed by the Boxing Voice, but apparently, according to Romero Sanchez in our chat, he's saying BoxingScene.com is reporting that Derek Rossi is the opponent for Luis Ortiz. Now, Derek Rossi is the guy that knocked down Bermane Stavern in his last active fight off television. Let's get to Joey in Indiana, man. Where have you been? Where have you been?
Yo, what's up, man? Ness, I can't. Hey, man, your phone lines be so damn jam-packed. I can't even get through no more, man.
Ringer status, baby. Get to that ringer, man. You know you alumni around here. Plus, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. We got producers around here. We see Joey. I think we go to Joey. You sure you ain't just been too busy working?
All right, man. Nah, man. Yeah, that too, man.
Joey, don't lie. You haven't called in a while. Come on. I see.
No,
I see. You haven't pressed one. You haven't pressed one in a while. I've seen you just lurking back there listening.
Damn, why he got to be lurking?
Damn,
He's
man,
just,
he
he ain't lurking.
Damn.
He's just paying attention to the show on his commute.
Nah,
I love you, Joey. You know that.
Man, damn, thanks, Matt. Matt just threw me under the bus. No, but listen, man. Before they announced that, man, so I was gonna say it'd be dope if opportunity in Brooklyn, since it's gonna be in Brooklyn, but they already said they got the opponent for him. You know, but I mean, I always thought them two were supposed to fight anyway, and since he's from Brownsville area, I mean, he'd probably bring a big crowd. But that Porter card,
who would bring a big crowd?
But I loved it. Big Baby, right? He from
Big Baby. Yeah, I mean, and he's been calling out Ortiz verbally.
Everyone. No, he's been calling out everyone.
Respectfully too. Like I love him. He knows how to build a fight. That would be good. You're right. But he's not going to take it on short notice. He's not going to take it on a listen, we're talking about less than 26 days. We're talking even less than that. Something like
he would probably be the main event anyway. But I love the signing, man. I mean, that's just shaking things up, and we needed that. So I love it, man. And that card is going to be huge, man. So I mean, that's a nice triple header right there. So but man, that's big things, man. So now we're probably going to get the Ortiz Wilder showdown probably in the fall, hopefully, man. So that's going to be good too. You know, but yeah, that's all I got, man. And I'll keep it up with the camp. That's Mario, you cool and all, man. I know that, man. I gotta ride with Casual, man. I think Casual's gonna shock some people, man.
It's all good.
Yo, listen,
Matt,
Joey.
Matt,
let's ask Mario right now. Who you sparring over there, Mario?
I mean, there's no names. Nobody you would know.
Tell us. Introduce us. Who?
Rodrigo Garcia is a very, very young 18-year-old who is an amateur fighter. Has
how many fights?
Failed to man, I don't even know. He didn't qualify for Golden Gloves.
How much he weighs?
How much he weigh? 178.
178. Who else you sparring?
Yeah. That's the only person I sparred for this camp, but
Joey. See what I'm saying? This guy, look, he doesn't even know how to build up the fight right here. Look at him.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Rodrigo and shit. You know who Casual sparring?
Who's Casual sparring?
Fucking Nightmare. That's who Casual sparring. Dominican Nightmare, and he's sparring Alex Doomsday Lioness, and he's sparring my man is Isaiah.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, well, just so you know, my sparring partner never got embarrassed by Sean Porter, so I don't know. I'm just saying.
Oh, damn.
I'm just saying though.
Joey, he could take shots all day. I'm going to tell you, they say all publicity is good publicity, but I said to myself, what would look better? People clicking to see Ness get dropped or people clicking to see Ness beat up Sean Porter? Nah, people clicking to Ness get dropped because I'm the big man.
Like you
like you had a choice in it.
But in my sparring yesterday, I was like young Ali. That's all I could say.
I'm gonna tell you though, that's a mistake. And honestly, like, no, any sparring is good sparring, especially
it's not a
at
mistake
this level. But it's a mistake because
He's preparing himself for the blows, Mario. That's what you're not getting.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. But it's offense too, though. It's offense too.
Yo, he's looking at it like this, man. Like, oh, he's too big. He's not. I'm small. He's not gonna be prepared. No, what he's preparing is for the power. Once he feels,
I don't think I'm small though. That's your problem. That's everybody's problem. I'm not small. Y'all, look, we haven't met in person yet. I'm not small. I promise you. Yeah, I'm 5'6". You're right, and that's short.
He's adding inches.
Dude, everyone does that.
5'5". I'm 5'5". That's my driver's license. I've always said I'm 5'5". Listen, no, this is real talk though. You're gonna see. I will meet in person for the first time, and I swear to God, the first thing you're gonna say is, "Oh, damn, my bad, you ain't small." Like, I'm not small. I'm not a regular 5'6" dude. I'm not. I promise you, I'm not.
Tell you what I'm gonna say the first time. Yeah, I'm gonna say this for the fact. Damn, Mario, I can't believe it took this long. Yo, that's fucked up. You about to lose. East Coast, baby. East.
Well, I'm just glad I'm not going to drop you in the first one. Nah, I'm telling you, Matt. They don't know. I'm glad. Look, the other day you
let them underestimate you.
No. The other day you said you sound like Matt, or you said and I take that as a compliment. See, that's the difference. I think it was you, or I can't remember who said it, but they were like, "Man, you know who you sound like right now? You sound like Matt." That's what you were saying, right? Here's the thing: is that Matt was very, very. It was not characteristic. That fight does not represent what Matt can do, because I'm not a great fighter, but I know boxing, and I am very, very physically strong. Trust me, bro. I'm good.
No,
but listen, I know what to look for. I know what to look for. That's the most important thing. I know how to train. That's what all this time in the camp has done, and his offense is also the most important thing. And if he's training his shoulders to hit a dude who's got 4 or 5 inches on him, if not, you probably got a little more. Man, I'm telling you, I'm giving him just friendly advice. That's it.
Check him out. See, this is why I'm a world-renowned trainer. You know what I'm saying, Matt? Because when you do pad work, you put the pads up so you can work on the shoulders. So come fight night, the punches flow better because you don't have to raise up. That's the whole point.
About the power of the sparring, because sparring is muscle memory. So if you're always sparring bigger guys and you go fight a short guy, it's going to throw you off. And hold on, Mario, are you a orthodox or a southpaw?
I am a southpaw. Left hand.
Okay,
yeah, we got that.
Yeah, just making sure. That's good then, because Alex is a southpaw. So that's.
And I was fighting Cash from the southpaw style.
Oh God, that's terrible.
You're a hater.
You think you can
Muhammad Ali Nestor kids? Okay, because he's saying he's Muhammad fucking Ali. I think everyone in the chat needs to demand this. Everyone in Patreon needs to demand this footage needs to be leaked.
Yo, listen to me. And when I was Ali, let me just put it like this, right? And I know y'all gonna hate on me and y'all gonna twist this however you want. But Alex Trainer, right? He's training, and you can check this footage out. We put out 20 minutes of gym time. Some of the kids that Casual got in the ring with, you know, the one with the mohawk, the one with the blue jersey.
But not Enrique. We only got a minute of Enrique.
I understand what you got, and this is checkers, not chess. I can't make
you stole that from Matt.
I can't make Casual put out the tape. You know what I'm saying? But what he did put out is what he put out. What I did put out for you to do your own homework, Mario, is go see who he's getting in the ring with the mohawk, the 15-0 amateur. You know what I'm saying? Check him out. And that's how, because you want him to fight somebody your size, and he should be. Well, there you go.
I'm not saying he has to. I'm just saying it's better. They could be the same size as him, maybe even a little taller, but like you're a freak of nature tall. Like you should probably been a basketball player. Oh, I know you did play basketball. I mean, you're a freak of nature tall. Like that's a different thing. That's a completely different thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm gonna just say it, and I know they ain't gonna believe. Yo, I'm in there, right? I'm in there, and I'm doing my own little Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? I'm floating like a butterfly. I'm stinging like a bee. I'm in there, and I'm like, yo, this is natural to me. And you could just hear Alex coach like, yo, I could do something with him. Yo, ask me my age and everything. I'm like, bro, I'm old.
To me, it's not
like how old. I said, listen, I'm old. He said, how old? We could do something. I said, no, that ain't my thing. No,
this is what I'm gonna say.
Natural, baby. I just want somebody to put their ass out there. That's all. Put your
Okay,
ass
well,
out
this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say. You're talking a lot. You're talking about floating like a butterfly. I hope you ain't a play. Back up them skills and get your ass in the ring with Doomsday. How about that? Because that boy ain't got a fight yet still. So we could see that one.
Ooh.
Yo, first of all, I ain't saying no.
Backpedal.
No. See, that's the problem right there. I ain't saying no. I never said no. I said I'm willing. My fight costs $900. I'm fighting in Jamaica. That's just it. You guys,
that's right. You did say that. My bad.
You did fight. Right. Jose's the money man.
I'm the A side. So I say where my fight happens. I dictate that shit. Whoever want a piece of this, you can get it.
Seconds.
Yo, getting in that ring yesterday was all I need. And now,
just got the bug.
Listen, yeah, exactly. Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna do it 3 times a week with casual to punish you. By the time somebody do get the balls to jump in there with me, I'm gonna be nasty. Because my biggest problem with Porter keeping a G was the breathing, but that wasn't even an issue yesterday. I'm telling yo, after casual punishes you, right? Because he's gonna punish you first, and then he's gonna be like, all right, Ness, now that I punished him, release that footage of you punishing me, showing the world just how much of Muhammad Ali you look like. And then you're gonna be like, damn, Ness, you either Muhammad Ali or Will Smith, one of the two, but the video looked very alike.
See, we had a lot of talk last night. For people that don't know, we all chat with each other. We have a text message group, right? And so there was a lot of talk about footage. See, I wouldn't even think nothing negative about a casual Ness and Ness tearing him up. Like footage, I would have nothing. Like I wouldn't even think, oh, I got him now. Like fuck that. I'm not 7 feet tall. Like I don't have a fucking 84-inch reach. Like that wouldn't mean shit to me. I would look at what casual did right defensively. Like that's all I would look. That's what I'm saying. Like y'all see, that's how I know. That's how I know, Matt, that these dudes don't know what they're looking for, because they clown certain things that have been leaked out, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, who the fuck are they thinking they're supposed to see? They're not looking at Erickson Lubin. Like they're looking at a dude who's not even an amateur.
Not
like
a part-time.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. You don't even know what you're looking for. Like there was a lot of good stuff that I seen from people.
How they gonna say I'm ducking? How they gonna say I'm ducking? I'm the fucking
they say ducking.
Hold on. I'm the A side, first of all. Okay. First of all, I got in there with a true world champion. Nobody on TBV could say that. Whether I lost or not, yo, the same way we give Diego Chavez credit for losing the key, give me my credit. Give me my credit for losing the Porter. Get the fuck out of here. How you gonna call me a ducker? Oh, that's fucked. Now you hit me with the back.
Hold on, Ness. Here's what's up. You were ducking me in a way because we made a deal. Footage for footage. I sent you tape of me sparring the one and only Fern goalie, and you said I'll get footage of you and Mario.
And then you seen what happened. No. Then he seen what happened. Tell the truth, man. Tell the truth. You seen what happened. I put Enrique on the 3-way, and he like, yo, don't do it.
No, he did say do it. What are you talking about? He said put the one of him and you up, not the one of him and Alex up, or the other guy.
I was going out.
Yeah,
$40 Patreon.
Yo, Ness thinks he's like legit, like for real,
man. Like I can't.
So funny.
Yo, Matt. I'm just telling you. Listen, I'm probably gonna leak it to Matt on the low, and
I won't link it to anyone else.
And then eliminate it. But I'm telling you, bro. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Mario's lucky that I didn't accept. What I'm doing is allowing Mario to prove himself. He get in there and he blow out casual with him. Well, we got to fight, and it's gonna happen in fucking, Panama or Jamaica.
See, I got that's the problem. That's the problem. No, it ain't. It ain't. Because after the fight, you're gonna just duck me. You already ducked me. Crazy. You already ducked me.
Mario,
it's gonna happen again.
You want Ness or do you want all the belts?
I want all the belts. Honestly, exactly. I gave up on Ness. Like for me, I'm Triple G and Ness is Canelo and MD is Saunders. Well, like I want legacy. That's what I want. Like I gave up on that diva. Legacy. All right, I gave up on that diva. I don't know.
Saunders.
You ain't gonna get no legacy because you're not getting past casual fan, Poppy. You ain't getting past that. Mexico versus Puerto Rico is going down East Coast.
Oh damn, I forgot my
Mexico
bandana.
always wins. Come on.
I bought a Mexico bandana. I was gonna wear on the show every day now.
Mexico
Damn.
always wins. Yo, you seen what Cotto did to fucking Margarito?
The first fight?
Two. Part two. Some callers. We got Rican. No, did we get the Majid? We got to get the Majid in Orlando. What's going on, brother?
Not much. I'm just happy to hear that Luis Ortiz signed with Al Haymon and them, and I think that it's gonna be some big fights. But I don't think that Deontay Wilder fight gonna be made sooner than later. I think it's gonna be like 2-3 fights in from Ortiz. So that's all I got.
All right. Yo, listen to this. Giving quality talking about does the person that want to fight you have to pay $900? Look, I mean, he want to fight me. Am I gonna pay myself $900? What the fuck? I mean, I don't know. And I'm the A side. You know, we got to know who this person is. You can't just bring a person from nowhere. He got to be ranked. All right, he got to be ranked. People got to actually know this guy. We ain't not just giving any Tom, Dick, and Harry a shot at the fucking champ. Shit, why you think Mario had to earn a shot? Mario going down there, he going to the pits.
Belt. You have no belt.
The pits.
What do you the Ring magazine or the lineal belt? What do you?
I'm Vince McMahon.
Yeah, you're the owner.
There's no fucking WWE. You're crazy. And you know Vince McMahon every now and then used to throw down and slam niggas. Boom, DDT somebody early. That's what goes
And then
on.
Trump cut his hair. That means MD's gonna come up and like shave your head or something.
Yo, hey Mario, there you go. Pay casual step aside money. You want a real shot?
That's a good one.
You built up enough talk from the public. They don't even want to see you get an eliminator. You could die early if you want. Jesse Regan.
If he dies, he dies.
Jesse Regan, talk to us.
Yo, I can't believe Ortiz left. This is Jesse Regan, Long Island, New York. I can't believe Ortiz freaking left Golden Boy, man. I'm upset by that. I'm upset of what's happening to Golden Boy, to be honest, man. Golden Boy and Top Rank put on the better promotions than PBC, and that's my opinion right now.
Well, all right, Rican.
I know he.
Oh, I thought you was.
I know he left a while ago. No, go ahead, speak on it.
I'll say this. I agree that it was not great to me that he left Golden Boy because they did so much with so little. Like, that's the thing everybody has to realize is the money and the fights are in PBC, and Golden Boy still makes such strong cards and knows how to build fighters and fights. I think and this is just my opinion, if Thurman Garcia had happened under the Golden Boy banner, it would have been much bigger. I really do. I feel that way. And maybe I'm wrong.
Bigger like Canelo Chavez on pay-per-view for you. That's what you want.
No. I'm not saying. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but that's the way these fights are. I mean, they get worked like that. I mean, this has been boxing. I've been a boxing fan for a long time, so I haven't expected nothing free.
Hands of Stone. I'm the only one on TBV panel who's been in there with Sean Porter. Showtime, Sean Porter to you, punk.
Yeah, he was 0-1 before TBV promotion started.
You talking about how am I the champ? Who Nez beat the beat? I'm the champ because I'm the champ. Self-proclaimed champ.
That's funny. You're a champ by losing?
Yo, yeah, because I lost to a pro who's a world champion.
You have the same record.
So the competition after Porter, you guys don't look. That's why yesterday I was like, damn, I'm Muhammad Ali. I'm on another level. I belong in the ring with Porter. What happened was because I wanted the relationship to flourish, I took a dive. I should have never did that. I'd have been on PBC. I would have been Mr. PBC, knocking out Wilder on TV.
Oh, so you're like Sonny Liston. You took a dive.
I mean, I got to do what I got to do for the betterment of the brand.
And to the guy that said Mexico always beats Puerto Rican, how about Wilfredo Gomez?
That's right. Tell him that's Matthew.
It was a joke. I'm not Mexican or Puerto Rican, so I don't give a shit. I just wanted to rile up people.
Wait.
Jesse, let me get to some other people, brother. Thanks for calling in, man. We're gonna go to GT. Kid in Atlanta, talk to us.
I'm not gonna be long, man. 2017 is still the year of the Ducker, man. And Deontay Wilder, I said it before, he's gonna be the next victim this year. He's gonna be one of the victims this year. He's got to stop stop fighting these cherries. Washed up Areola and Gerald Washington. You know, I mean, he hasn't fought anybody, man. You got to fight somebody. Now he was looking at Huey Fury, you know, but he's got 20 fights. Again, I mean, you just cherry picking. Take the tough fight Ortiz. He's a formidable opponent. He's a good boxer. He's got good power. In terms of size, they're similar in size. In terms of height and reach, I mean, it's a good fight on paper. Now, a lot of people may not know exactly who King Kong is, but that's fine. It's heavyweight boxing, so it doesn't matter. Nobody knew who Gerald Washington was. Everybody knew who Chris Areola was, and nobody wanted to see that fight. So, I mean, this is no different. Take the fight, take a tough fight, and then, you know, after that, if you want to take a cherry, but take a tough fight. But he's not going to take a tough fight unless he has to. Haymon's going to make him, just like he made Danny Garcia. So you're going to see Deontay take that L, probably get knocked out. Because his jab is terrible, and his defense is terrible. And Ortiz picks him apart.
The difference between that scenario, and I'm just giving my opinion, right, is with Danny, there was a competing welterweight that also had the ability to be a marketable star. Thurman and Danny were very much in the same boat. To the naked eye, obviously, one would give Danny the edge in terms of franchise market, you know, superstar fighter, because he comes with a country, right? And if played right, you know, had the Mauricio Herrera thing not been done, or they go back to Puerto Rico, he has that pool to pull in from. Whereas Thurman doesn't, but Thurman has something else. He has that, you know, the way that he can articulate himself, that characteristics about him.
And I'm going to add this because I know that Ness takes a lot of grief from people. And look, I know Ness, I can promise you, and for whatever my word is worth, there is no like crazy love for Wilder. He appreciates the fighting style. So I know he can't say this or people get down his throat. I feel exactly what the caller said. I understand, and I agree with him 100%. I don't feel like he's ducked, though, because, look, the truth is Wilder should already have either a big scalp on his list or a loss, because he was supposed to fight a guy who couldn't pass the damn drug test. Like, that's not his fault. And we know that he offered a fight to Joseph Parker. I'm not saying Joseph Parker ducked, and I'm not saying that it was the right fight at the right time. All I'm saying is we know that the man tried to step up. So it wasn't the same thing that we've seen from other guys. It really wasn't. Wilder has tried. But at this point, because it's been so long, he's got to try harder.
Manny, Rochester, New York. Talk to us.
Yo, Ness, what's good, man? What's good? Yeah, man, I'm just happy that you know, Luis Ortiz signed with Al Haymon. That means Deontay Wilder could finally fight someone, you know. And, you know, I just think Luis Ortiz is a little bit better than Deontay Wilder. Boxing ability, you know, comes from the Cuban background, Cuban school. You know, he's got the tools to beat Deontay Wilder, but Deontay has that eraser, you know, that right hand. So I'm just excited, you know. Oh, one more thing. You going to that Vasyl Lomachenko fight?
I'm supposed to. I don't know. I might be changing my mind. I'm not sure.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be up in there. So, you know, if you're gonna be there, or if anybody from the Boxing Voice gonna be there, I'll be there, man. You know what I'm saying? So.
All right,
man.
man.
Pound for pound, great.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it all depends on how well they do with because I know this one is really packed. There's going to be a lot of people at this one because of the new casino, and
I think so. And just because it's clear, because Ness didn't say, even if Ness isn't there, there will be somebody from the Boxing Voice. I mean, that's for sure.
Yeah, I just didn't know what was more important, man. Like, for me to go to the fight or me to be here for that immediate reaction. Like, what if Sosa pulls the upset?
Especially because you got a lot of really qualified guys that can cover it, you know.
And plus, there's also Usyk on the card, I believe, and Alexander Korjik, who just beat Isaac Chilemba on the Kovalev Award undercard. So there's some big Eastern European names on that card. So it's a good card overall.
It is. I'm actually the Boxing Voice is actually sponsored because I was all set up to go to that one. I think we're sponsored by Mitsubishi this time for that one. I was set up to go, but I'm kind of feeling like they've already told me, the truth is they've already told me like I could only get one, and I always go with two. So it's like fucks up my whole road trip, and that's like a 4-hour road trip. So I don't know.
Is that the same day as the Top Rank pay-per-view of Oscar Valdez?
No, really? I mean, it's April 8th. Is that one?
No, okay, I don't think so then.
Okay. Well, yeah. I wish we had some sparring tomorrow, but we don't because that's what he's doing. You know what I mean? He's ducking. It is what it is. Shout out to Bama Boy. Thinks I'm ducking. No problem. Tell Mario get ranked.
Yo, listen, I need to. You're gonna straighten this out right now. I've sparred like probably at least a couple dozen times in my life total. All right, I hadn't sparred in over a year and a half actually, because I don't fight. Like, why would I be sparring on the regular? And I just got back to the gym. Training camp started last Monday, not this past Monday, but the Monday before. And I didn't spar nobody that whole week. Like, I was just trying to, this is like kind of like a mini fat camp. I was just trying to cut some pounds. So it's not like I'm hiding footage. If I have footage, I'll give it up in a second. I swear to God. Like, no one's going to make me feel bad about my sparring. Like, first of all, I got a plan. That's the thing. You see, I'm not as strong as I am smart. I'm smart. That's why I think Matt is probably the most underrated at this point, because he's smart. And even if he doesn't have physical gifts, he could do other things with them. That's the point that I'm saying, is even though I have a lack of height, I got a plan. The minute you told me casual fan, the minute we signed that fight, my plan was done. And the fight was over. Not disrespect to casual, not at all. I'm sure he's a worthy opponent, but I got a plan.
Yo, in the words of Mike Tyson, everybody
got a plan until they get punched
in the face.
I feel you. And everybody thinks they're hard.
No, you Mexican, all right? So let me just tell you this. There is it could only go one or two ways. You could either be Mexican Canelo Marquez, which is fucking rare, or you could be Omar Figueroa and the rest of them. I'm gonna say you're Omar Figueroa and the rest.
That's not a yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's not a terrible. I wouldn't say that I'm far
that
from
might be the style to beat a casual who's not really used to being in a real fight.
Exactly.
Be an East Coaster just being a brawler. Never.
I'm sorry. I don't understand what you're saying.
You're never gonna beat an East Coaster being.
No, I heard what you're saying. I don't understand what you're saying.
Yo, look, I just been sent some tape right here. Whole minute. I ain't gonna do it.
You're gonna send it to me or what?
I ain't gonna put it out.
You're gonna live up to your word?
Whole minute. The guard on the bag.
I gave you over 2 minutes, man.
I'm on the bag right here. You don't want to see this. Listen.
You're on the bag, not sparring.
Just get ranked. Just get ranked, all right?
How you look impressive on a bag? Like, I mean, unless it's like a 100-pound bag.
No, JD sent me a video on Facebook of him hitting the bag, and I knew right then and there not to play no games with JD.
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying you can't look good on the bag. Like, if you have skill, you're an amateur, professional, whatever, there's certain things you're doing, but you use the bag to build. Like, that would be like saying, like, oh man, look at him curl. Like, look at this footage of him curling.
Yo, Mario got a death wish, and let me tell you what it is. He wants to be a martyr for TBV, right? He knows he's been gone for a while, so he's desperately looking for you guys to accept him back. So he's like, fuck it. If I go out there and I try to take on the biggest, baddest co-host in Ness, the world gonna accept me. They're gonna treat me like Diego Chavez. They're gonna treat me like Kelbrook and say, oh, he dared to be great. Dog, I would spank Mario. Stop souping him up. I'm telling you. And I fight with my left hand down, like Ali.
Oh God, I would kill you. Oh my God.
That up jab is serious because they think that jab is down there, and they're like, oh,
and up jab. This is this motherfucker talking about beating me with an up jab. Oh my God. I would get inside of you. I would get inside and bruise your ribs. You will piss blood for a week. I will damage vital organs.
I'm almost
you don't
8
understand.
feet, bro. I'm almost 8 feet. I just
all right, then I'll damage your hips. Then I don't give a fuck.
I'm almost 8 feet.
I just stiff arm little dudes like him. I stiff arm him like, yo, watch out. Boom. Size him up.
I'm sure you could do it for 2-3 seconds if you're very talented, maybe 8 to 10. But I'm gonna find a way in. I promise you. I'm gonna find a way in.
I need to see some footage, Ness. I don't know what you look like, man.
I'm gonna show it to you as soon as we go off air. Look, what does Crawford do? Right? Sometimes he got that left hand out, boom, and he just fucking range, and you got that glove all in the face of your opponent. You got that glove all in the face of your opponent, and they trying to parry it or they trying to look around, and as soon as you try to look around, boom, it's over.
Yo, for people listening that want to bet and like think of a realistic betting line, who are you gonna believe? The dude who's sitting here saying, yeah, maybe you could compare my style to like an Omar Figueroa because I'm being real, or a dude who's saying he's Terrence Crawford and could have beaten fucking Sean Porter? Like,
no, he's Muhammad Ali.
He's Muhammad Ali. My bad.
Muhammad Ali,
the GOAT.
No, I didn't say I'm as good as. I said that's who I look like.
A young Muhammad Ali.
That's still bad. Like, come on, bro.
Young Muhammad. All right, you gonna see. Listen, I'm your host, Nes GTO. I'm about to show these guys something they never seen before, and they gonna be like, yo, I ain't even gonna show Mario. I'm gonna make sure Mario's not on this video.
Nestor winning. That's what we never seen before.
You know why? If I show it to Mario, he's gonna duck. He's gonna die. He's gonna take a dive with Casual because he knows if he wins, then people gonna be like, "Oh, Mario, you good enough to face Ness."
Look, I'm gonna tell you. I know.
If he dies, he dies.
I know less than amateur fighting so well. I already know what you look like. I promise you, I already do. I can't train
Mario.
I can't train Jesse Vargas to win a title, but I know what the fuck non-fighters look like when they fight because I've been around them my whole life. I already know what you look like.
Yo, fams, the difference between me and Anthony Joshua is I could dunk too. I could dunk too.
He's talking about Anthony Joshua. Oh my god!
Everybody knows when I used to be big on basketball doing the Periscope. Oh, Ness, you can't dunk. You can't. Boom. Ness.
I seen you dunk. I seen you.
Mario, you're not me. Ness is me right now. Ness is totally
for real.
No, I'm not because I at least hit Sean Porter with a straight right. You never did that.
Because I never boxed.
Because you never been in the ring with Sean Porter.
That was the end of the.
Yeah, you never hit Santiago. You never beat the shit out of Santiago. So
I did.
Even.
No, Santiago. Yo, I love Santiago, but
you're Santiago.
I would love Santiago, but it would
slower.
Yo, you give me Santiago. It's like Deontay Wilder versus Liakovic or some shit. Easy work. Easy work.
You know what? For real, I'll tell you what. And this is because my skills are actually pretty good. I'm not saying I win at all, but you know what? We could do a basketball game while we're there. I'll bet you. I'm not saying I'll beat you. I'm not saying I'm gonna beat you. I'm just saying like you don't underestimate me. I'll beat you. I think I could beat you if you underestimate me.
No, we could play ball.
I got ball handling skills that are.
I'm gonna be sure to bring my sneakers. Just remind me as the trip gets close. I'll be sure to bring sneakers to spank y'all all.
I'm on Jay. I'm in Jay's all day, so I don't even. Yeah,
this guy out talking about AJ Kadun. He just messed up his distance, dude. When you got vertical, there's no such thing as distance. Punk.
Yeah, but he came from an angle. He wasn't.
He got no vertical. He ain't got no vertical. When Ness dunk, he gliding through the air.
I seen Ness stand under the rim and dunk.
Just like when I hit Mario with this right, he gonna be gliding through the air.
Yo, listen, the only
Giving Quality say he'll beat the whole panel in basketball. You lying. I used to be in Roselle Park every weekend. Nobody showed up because they knew. They ain't want no parts. They didn't want no parts. We used to get
young Muhammad Ali was there dunking on fools.
Yo. Mario works the inside, moving side to side. Ness, the bigger man, will fall.
I'm gonna get inside. I'm gonna throw uppercuts. The question is gonna be, how far do I send your headgear? Am I gonna send it Jersey Seb far, or am I gonna send it like out the atmosphere as far? I don't know.
Let me tell you something. Mario is gonna be no different than, let's say, and I'll give him credit. Here goes a compliment.
Oh, thanks.
Joe Frazier. He got in, but Muhammad Ali from the back. Pop, 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 pop. Just keep working him. Pop, 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 pop. By the time that last round come around, the boy ain't got nothing.
And what happened to Muhammad Ali in that first fight?
Let me tell you something, Mr. Wade.
He was pissing blood.
That was the young Muhammad Ali, right?
Mario chews tobacco. Ness is not a victim or a hostage to tobacco. I have the willpower to like that quit. He did not. He cannot. He needs crutches. He's not.
I haven't even tried to quit.
Not ready. He needs this.
Trying to quit.
He needs this fight with Enrique to get his mind right. And after Enrique beats him out, he's gonna realize, like, damn, I was playing. I shouldn't have been doing all these fucking squats. Because that's all he's doing, squats and fucking deadlifts.
Okay, I spend 2 hours at the boxing gym and I spend 2 hours at the weight room.
Yeah,
what am I doing wrong?
Yes, he sends footage of his crotch at the weight room.
Yeah, because I don't got nobody. But see, that's your problem. That's what you're not understanding is, you know how easy it is to just be like, hey, bro, can you give me 15 seconds real quick to like film this, versus to take away from a kid who's training for fucking Golden Glove Nationals and tell him, hey, can you record me who's not fighting for real? Can you record my 3-minute round?
No, that's the point. That's the point. You see, Matthew, this is what we talked about off air, and this is what I want the world to realize. He don't got the juice. You got to understand, he don't got the juice. No, listen to me. I'm keeping a G. And
all right,
no disrespect to Mario. He don't got the juice. See, me, Enrique, and Alex walked in the gym. Motherfuckers like, yo, y'all need the ring? People was holding the camera for us because we the boxing voice. You've been gone for so long, don't nobody know you in your own gym. Don't nobody want to hold the camera for you. Don't nobody want to help you with sparring because they're Golden Glove.
No. See, that's where you get it twisted because you're delusional.
Let me finish with us, the amateur who's in the Golden Gloves, who has a fight Saturday. He sparred with Casual. He want to get in the ring. He want to teach. It's different.
Man, I get help from all the pros in there. Steve Belmontes, Jerry Belmontes, fucking Oscar Vidal, who was in the ring with fucking
Oscar Vidal, not to be confused with Valdez. All right, guys, he's not pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah, because the dude's fucking 38 years old, 40 years old, who's been in the ring with Jesus Rojas. He's been in the ring with Jesus Rojas. He's been in the ring with a bunch of people.
You said that meant nothing unless I won.
I didn't say it didn't mean nothing. I said it didn't mean what you're saying it meant. Like, you're making it seem like you could have beat him if you wanted to. And I'm saying that that's a joke. You're making it
seem like you could beat Casual if you want to.
I'm saying that I can beat Casual and I'm going to beat Casual. That's what I'm saying. I'm not taking anything away from him. That's the point is you're overconfident. See, that's the point. No, you're very mistaken. I could have gotten anybody to hold my camera. I would never take away from an amateur ever. That's the lifeblood of the sport. I've been in the gym for so long. I treat this sport for real. Like I this is something that I do. This is something that I appreciate. I mean, obviously you don't appreciate it that much. I'm just saying, like, I would never take away time from a kid, man. Why would I do that?
I would never take away time from a kid. Why would I do that?
I wouldn't. I don't know. Are you training with dudes that are getting ready for Golden Gloves Nationals that are trying to get on the Junior Olympic squad or that are on the Junior Olympic squad already? Because those are people in my gym. Those are people in my gym.
When you good, okay. So the guys in our gym, they good. They could take 2 minutes out to teach Casual a couple things. You know what I'm saying?
I get people to come through all the time. There are people always helping me. Always. I need all the help I can get. But
Bam Ali, you're
I'm not filming that shit all the time. Like, you're crazy. Like, it's two different things. It's two different things. That's what you got to understand.
Bam Ali, you're so wrong. Talking about a long time smoker, his cardio. Yo, follow me on Instagram, Nest GTO, homeboy. See that this kid right here, 3 miles. Easy.
Yeah, he's anorexic.
This young one right here, in Matthew, he died.
I pulled a hammy.
Yeah, but come on, like, listen, Matt, we all know Matt did not, Matt underestimated his cardio training. We all know that. That's the truth.
Well, I also only had 2 weeks of training.
Exactly.
I have a life, you know. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, not a lot's coming out.
It don't matter if you had a life. 2 weeks, it wouldn't be nothing. Like, I mean, yeah, you could do a little, but I mean, there's no way you could prepare.
Mario, you're going down. That's the bottom line.
But the cardio wasn't the reason I lost.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying it was a reason why I think you couldn't do the things that you do well in the ring.
All I'm saying is Enrique taking punches from a dude who could do at least 25 pull-ups in one clip. Nobody else on the panel could do that. I hold the record. I go to Boxer's Gym. I already beat Lamont Peterson in his own gym and Keith Thurman. Who could say that?
Well, I can also tell you that punching power doesn't come from lats as much as it comes from legs. So,
Oh, so you don't build shoulders with pull-ups? Oh, my bad. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I would say lats actually have to do more with punching power than shoulders do.
I'm sure.
Shoulders have the ability to keep throwing punches. It ain't gonna come from the power. Power to hurt somebody comes from the legs.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how hurt you are.
We will see. We will see.
We'll see.
Over. Play that Undertaker music.
No, all I want him to do is get the win. This is what I needed. I needed to want to whoop your ass because it was at first it was like it's like, yo, Ness, that's me. You should get in. It's like, yo, Mario, I fucking like you. I don't want to pound on you. And I don't want to pulverize you.
I could use a trip to Jamaica. That's a vacation for me. Easy work when Ness. I would be more worried. I'm more worried about the casual fight than Ness's fight. Hearing him talk,
you're lying.
Because he's overestimated completely, and that's like to me. Casual's trying. Casual's trying. I know Ness wouldn't even try.
Episode to show the sparring, and guess what, Matt? There's gonna be more because it's gonna be 3 days a week. 3 days a week. You know what I'm saying? I'm be nasty. Yo, yesterday I was like, Coach, put me in there. Put me in there. He like, no, you gotta learn footwork. I said, man, I ain't got time. If I'm fighting in 7 weeks, fuck footwork. I want to feel the punches. I want to see them coming at me. I want to know what. I don't want to ball up like a bitch because I'm thinking other shit. No, I want to see them punches. Bring them on. Yo, there was a 226-pound heavyweight in there. I'm like, let's go. He's like, nah, I just got back. You know what I'm saying? Just got back. Want to hit the bag. Bags don't hit back.
That's just walking around the gym, just calling out people.
Calling them out.
Even Enrique and Alex, he was like, fuck, man, I want to fight someone.
Yo, hey, Matt, let me tell you, too, all jokes aside, as soon as we walked in, there was like a 50-something-year-old with a sweatsuit plus all the sparring gear on, fighting this other like 30-something-year-old white dude with two ponytails.
Two ponytails?
Yes, two ponytails. Butterbean overweight, right? So obviously, first impression, I'm like, what the fuck is going? So senior citizen and some dude that just finished rummaging through the fucking buffet line, brother. And I was critical as I'm watching. I'm like, damn, but it was a lot of oh shit. Oh, I wanted to whip out the camera. That's how hard they were going, right? So then, boom, we get in there. Fast forward, and I'm like, damn. The motherfuckers is some soldiers because that white dude was taking some body shots, and come to find out that old dude, he's a 50-something-year-old ex-pro, but he was landing some big ass body shots on that white dude. And I'm like, damn, I don't want to get hit with that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I remember one round we was working on that because I'm like, damn, I want to feel the body. Like I want to be in close. I'm like, yo, I'm telling him like Mario's so small, you can't really think you're gonna fight him from the outside. He's gonna make it his goal to get on the inside. So you gotta be able to learn how to fight on the inside, be able to throw short punches. And when we started to work on that, he hit me in the side. I'm like, man, I'm out.
With the old dude?
Hell no, I ain't getting there with that old dude.
My bad. I thought you just meant with the old dude.
But I tell you what, after
Did Enrique land a good body shot, or was it Alex?
Hell yeah, Enrique landed a good body shot. Hell yeah, he landed. That's what I said. He did. I ain't acting too hard, fam, Ali, but I got 7 weeks to act harder.
You see, everybody's saying this in the chat because we all know, like, you're crazy.
Get in the ring. They ain't in the ring with me. You get in the ring and talk that shit.
Let me tell you, I don't care how well you've progressed.
We can do MMA.
You are for real talking that shit. Like, for real, talking about looking like Terrence Crawford, talking about the difference between Joshua and you is you can dunk, as like you got all the other boxing skills too.
Yo,
oh shit, you're crazy.
I'm just saying, I'm the total package. He can't dunk, I could.
Yo, I said Matt and MD for real messed their callings as promoters. Not that they still couldn't do it. I mean, take a little bankroll. But you missed your calling as like a WWE wrestler for real.
You got more luck at the Canadian winning and actually coming at me. MD wins, he gonna be like, nah, yo, we co-hosts, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's me and you against the world. You know what I'm saying? So we better bank. We better bank on.
Yeah, but if MD wins, MD will fight Mario. We know that.
That's the bigger fight, to be honest with you, because maybe then it'll merit, you know, a super unification in Jamaica or Panama or Puerto Rico with me, because this guy he's got to. Yo, listen, the public got to know
all the belts. I'm taking all the belts.
Look, everybody got a nickname, right? It's
all
like,
the belts.
You know, it's like Boxing MD. You know what I'm saying? Enrique, the casual fan. Matthew, aka the hipster. Hunter. It don't even sound right just to say hipster. It's Hunter, because we already know you get in the ring. It just sounds good, like you hunting niggas down. Mario Munguia. Man, he the one fucking shit up right now.
Mario.
Get this man a nickname.
I'm not a radio personality. I never claimed to be. I never claimed to be. I came on this show and how I did more writing, more cover, more interviews than I ever did shows.
Yo, well, say it.
That.
Say it. You a writer, not a fighter for yourself.
I said it. I said it.
You a writer, not a fighter for yourself and others.
I said it. I said it.
Jim.
I said it. I said it. I said it. I'm also saying none of us are fighters. It's a joke to even pretend. I'm not a fighter, and none of us are. That don't mean we can't do good things in the ring.
Class and Bound knows exactly what. See, Class and Bound has been calling this show how long, Mario?
As long as I've been on.
All right.
Almost.
And how good of a caller you think he is?
A great caller. Excellent.
All right. Well, his words is Ness would beat Porter in the rematch. Boom. Boom. Check the chat. People know talent, man. People see it. They see it. You playing. Mario need to see more tape. You can see my style and finesse in there with Porter when he got mad. I hit him with a couple
I can't believe somebody as tall as you have all that finesse, and I mean, I just can't believe that. Like, if you were telling me, my jabs are stiff.
That's
how my punches are crisp. My punches are hard. I'm dominating people with my footwork. I'm pressing. My presence in the ring is overwhelming. Then I'd be like, damn, man, I need to see that shit. But you're talking like you're a 7-foot featherweight right now. That's how you're talking about.
We're 8 foot. He said he's 8 foot.
8 foot. My bad. 8 foot.
I'm talking like I am this generation's Muhammad Ali. That's it. I said it.
Damn, you're good, bro.
I said it.
You're good. I almost believed it right after you said it too.
No, I didn't believe it for 1 second. I mean, for a fucking second, man. What? I can believe that for.
I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, like my man Muhammad Ali. All right, but I'm vicious like Wilder, and I talk shit like Big Baby. And I talk shit like Big Baby. You know what I'm saying?
Ness floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee. After he fought Porter, there was blood in his pee.
Yo, that fight made me famous though.
It did. Nah, you were famous before that. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody wanted to see Porter Ness before there was a Porter Ness. I'm not tripping. I tell the truth. That's the point. I tell the truth.
Yeah, I backed up the whole time, Brian Clark, because I'm fighting off the back foot like Ali, my idol. Highest title, numero uno.
Ness, you have the same record as me.
Yo, Ness getting dogged in the chat.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
1, baby. That's all that counts, that number.
Yo, fams, get ranked. Get ranked. Don't make me
have a win in the column for you.
No, don't make me get Sean Du. You know how it's gonna go down. I get Sean Du.
Oh, me and Sean Du already talked about it. Me and him are gonna deal with it after I deal with a little Stevie.
Yeah, I know.
Stevie, yo, that's so good.
That part, he ain't making it out to Stevie.
Sean Du's in my weight class finally.
That part, you ain't making it out.
Weight class.
I should go to Stevie's Instagram right now and check what the update is, because I heard he got an update.
Put it up.
Update.
Yo, all I know is everybody signing up. Like, for real, if you sign up and you happen to win, you get at me, you get in my corner. All right, I'm like Canadian Jose. I'm taking you out to eat afterwards. Like, we're partying afterwards. All right, me, Matt, all the winners of the night. We're going through. We're gonna have it based. So it's 2 winners, right? 2 winners. Okay, so when you sign up, you hit me up. And you let me know you're going for me. It's cool. You go for casual. That's cool. I got no problems with that. I want it to be like a 50-50 thing so everybody will care. But you let me know you're going for me. You're automatically in my camp. and we're partying.
We're partying.
We're chasing tail afterwards.
Fucking Applebee's.
We're going to the local taco stand.
Yo, and for my boy right here, Matthew, this for you.
All right, Boxing Voice. This is day 2. Sugar Steve training for Mad Hatter. About to get dropped on the mat. Can't wait. So pretty much this is how my day is starting. Got the lovely Liz as my trainer. Babe, what you got for me today?
All right, I'm getting your supplements ready. You got your fat loss one and thermosol.
The female Chris Algieri.
Liver support to make sure these pills aren't messing with you. You got your carb to make sure the carbs aren't, making you a little bit heavier. Then we get into your meal replacement, protein shake style.
Ooh, look at that meal replacement. You see that, Matt? You don't got nothing on me. Got my supplements set out for the rest of the day. Got my coffee ready. I got that no sugar, sugar-free, low-fat. Done. All right, Boxing Voice.
Yo, we're gonna have to get him tested.
Hold on.
Yo, you seen that left hook? Yo, you got scared. He threw the left hook. And those was like 20 ounces. He working out. He working, and he got the protein. And he had the supplements.
Yo, we're gonna have to get him tested. Yo, he's taking a.
I had to eat for dinner last night was the Jack in the Box Munchie Box. So I'm good, man. Like you can have your supplements. I'll eat my food and have a good time and train. And I'm gonna beat his ass, man. Like it's that simple.
Yeah, we don't believe you. You need more people. Know what I'm saying? That's the same shit you were saying about MDZ.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, but not Stevie. Stevie, he's the type to like, he only come out when you push him. You know what that post said? Let me just read it. He says, at Sugar Steve, already looking trimmed up. Got wifey holding me down. Matt better be taking this serious.
This is the smartest set of people in the world with TBV, right? Everyone knows that a fighter looks different when they have more time to train. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna make excuses for Matt because I have no reason to. I'm not gonna big him up for what? I'm not his promoter, not his trainer. I'm not betting no money. I'm just saying that if I would be saying the same thing about MD if he lost, or the same thing about Steve if he was in Matt's position. A fighter is completely different when they got time to train. Real talk. I've seen it with my own eyes.
Who's going to be in a world championship level gym potentially with a world champion class trainer?
Oh, you dropped that? You dropped that? Did you drop that? Did you tell everybody?
You going to Robles?
It's not
Robles for Stevie?
I haven't looked at my email today. But I most likely will go to Jack Rabbit's gym, Oscar Valdez, Jesse Magdaleno, Dominic Brazil, Manny Robles, that whole championship-filled gym. I'm training for 7 weeks, Stevie.
I love it.
You can take some supplements, baby. I'm going to get hardcore training up in this bitch.
Yo, I just want the world to hear that Stevie saying he needs a world-class trainer. Now, this is going to be not Stevie, but Matt is saying he needs a world-class trainer just for
me. Not for Stevie,
it's for me. For quote unquote little
Stevie. Not for Stevie, it's for me. Because this look, I got 4 fight plan ahead of me.
Because you know what he's doing.
Don't you worry, son. I got all the shit in the works. Don't you worry. My people are getting it organized.
Mario, this is his second
right direction.
Trainer. This guy trains more trainers than somebody that trains a lot of training. I can't get it right now, but
I'm Daniel Jacobs with the super team. Don't you worry, son.
Listen.
That is a Daniel Jacobs super team.
Yo, he started off with Info Joe. Then he switched to fucking.
I still got info.
Then he switched to fucking Dan Birmingham with Keith Thurman. Now he's switching to fucking Manuel Robles. This dude doesn't know what he wants. Stevie lights out early.
Early. Man, Ness picking them all wrong.
Yeah, that's okay.
And Jose would be upset. Jose would be upset. I'm going with determination, bro.
Well, we all know how Ness picks anyway, right? So
everybody on this side.
It might be good that he's not picking.
No, everybody on this side trains
hard. Jose, man, he's picking Jose. You know what that means?
Oh man, he's going down.
Everybody on this side trains hard. So look, we're gonna get out of here. We've been going on too long. You got me all hyped. I'm gonna just get it in. Look, we've given Enrique a rest because he went a lot around. Friday we back in sparring. And you know, we're just gonna work on more things to make sure Mario don't even make it out the first round.
I got 1 day off all week. That's it. 4-hour training. That's legit because I don't sleep. You know I don't sleep.
Gym, baby. Leave it in the gym. That's what you do. He ain't got no real training.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen, my name is Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. And if you want to see that spawn footage of me floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee, it's only going to be on Patreon, so come support me. My host?
You can find me at Mixed Combat News on Twitter and my MMA podcast, Mixed Combat Radio on Patreon, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, Facebook, etc. Peace.
And check out that podcast too. You can find me at Mario Munguia on Twitter and on Instagram. Please let me know when you signed up and if you're going for me so you can be part of the fight team if you win that package. Peace.
Later.